Welcome to the KIllco. My name is Brian. I have said that many times, in that order. Today, whatever time it is, wherever you are, this is Drinksmas, which is a lot like Christmas, except with exceedingly a lot of whiskey, basically. That's all it is. This is an excuse for me to pour a bunch of whiskey for no real good reason, other than it's the holiday, everyone has the day off, a lot of people are with family, many people have new whiskeys, new things. Oh my gosh, Barn Door. Also, welcome, Barn Door. And 36 hours. That's thanks for being here. I don't know why you're still awake, but I'm glad you're here. Today, whatever, we're gonna pour bourbon as well. That sounds like a great idea. I agree. What I'm gonna pour, I haven't decided yet. I know I'm gonna pour some Eagle Rare, wherever that went. There it is. I didn't put it back in its spot. As you can see, there was a chunk taken out of it. It was like up to there before when I did the actual review. So we're starting with an Eagle Rare. I have two other Glencairns here. I'm going to fill up. Well, not fill up. That'd be a mistake. Part of me was thinking I could do this as an actual drunkard because I had a lot of fun doing that last time. Where I just started to talk as if I was inebriated. But I don't know how long I could hold that up. That sounds like it would be exhausting. You go back here. Cling clang, sorry. I feel like something's missing over here, but I don't know what. That's going to bug me. I might have moved something and forgotten about it completely. Welcome, John. And yeah, no more Advent pours. That is actually this is the first year, officially, where I did all 24/25 of them. All of them. Because if you look back, if anyone ever looks back at all the Advent calendars I've done before, there was always a day I missed or a day that was at the wrong time. But that was back when I was just doing it because I wanted to try all the whiskeys. And when I actually had Advent calendars, for one thing. This is the first year? No, last year I didn't either, where I didn't actually have Advent calendars. But the first 2 years I did this, it was Drinks by the Dram. The second year it was Spirits? What the hell are they called? I forgot. Anyway, it was all Scotch. Third year it was the Whiskey Vault, technically. On and off, but that was also the around the time I lost my cat, so everything after the 19th just went. And then this year is the first one where I actually got through all of it, so that was the first. It's funny. It's one of those things where it's like, gosh, I have to drink a whiskey every day and record it and make it mildly amusing and somewhat informative and at least something to watch at the very least. So it's rough because really, as with all my videos, they're just one take, and then I just kind of cut and paste whatever I happen to get through. And that's it. It's nothing fancy. Even with the ending, even with the Whizzky App thing, where I'm like, oh, I'm looking it up, I don't actually know what it is until I'm actually looking it up, and then I get to it, and it's like, oh, there's nothing here. So anyway, folks, yeah, that's always fun. It happened a few times near the end where it was just like, what the heck? Okay, it's just vanilla and oak. Those are the two notes that they have. Or cinnamon. I got real tired of saying those notes. But I really like bourbon, and honestly, that is the harsh truth of it, is a lot of bourbons have very similar flavor profiles unless you get something that's finished in something. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour something special because, again, I need a reason to pour stuff. I'm tempted to get another glass, but that's probably a bad idea. But if you saw today's episode, we had this special Knob Creek. I'm going to pour more of it. If you didn't figure out what it was, I'm not telling you, because most people should know. If you're here, you've probably known anything else. Richie Z, welcome. Today's episode also showed what a time I had getting this cork off. That was fun. Oh, that's a lot. That was a mistake. It's fine. It's Drinksmas. I like this idea of Drinksmas. Probably because I came up with it. Well, maybe someone else came up with it at some other point in time. But as far as I know, I officially started saying Drinksmas. Wow. There's one thing that's noticeable is the color of these two are completely different. This is Eagle Rare. And this is that Knob Creek. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell the Knob Creek is definitely darker, a darker amber in the Eagle Rare. It's not just any Knob Creek, Richie Z. If you watched the video today, I hinted at what it was many times, but if it's not obvious, I'll point it out again. If you can read that, focus. It happens to say it's Bourbon Night on it. So this is actually a bottle that I got from Chad and Sarah from It's Bourbon Night. So it's one of the barrels they selected. Their Mash Made in Heaven. It was when they, I think a year ago, they did it for their matrimonial stuff. And I was fortunate enough to get my hands on it. And since I haven't actually opened it, I figured, why not now? Yeah, it's their pick. That's why I was so hesitant to actually review it in any way, shape, or form today. I gave, the briefest of notes, but really I just wanted to drink it. I didn't really want to think about it too much. It's like, this is their pick, and it's lovely. 60%, so it's lovely. I mean, the color on it's beautiful. It's distinctly different from the other one I have in front of me, which is Eagle Rare. And I'm trying to pick a third one. I don't know if I want to stick with all bourbons. I mean, they're all going to be bourbons, but I will do this thing because I need to kill this bottle at some point. Not tonight. This is the 62.5%. Yeah. Rock. I don't actually want to get trashed. That's not what we're trying to do here. That's not going to be helpful. I really want to pour all of that, but that would get me quite inebriated. We don't want that. It is Drinksmas, but it's also drinks responsibly-ish because I still have a full evening ahead of me. There are still other people who are going to stream and do stuff, and I don't want to be out of my head. Although I did pour a lot of that Knob Creek, and I'm not about to try to put that back. So there's that. I did know the Knob Creek pick is actually not what I expected as far as bourbon. I was expecting your standard straight up, oh, it's a bourbon, I'm sure it's good. But it was not quite what I expected. First, I have a lot of chocolate in my mouth still. I got plenty of sleep, but I'm still tired. I should highlight that so it makes sense. Yes. Let's try the alleys. I keep forgetting. I can do that with this thing. The whole reason I use it makes it easier to see. All right, in front of me, we now have 3 different whiskeys, all bourbons. There's no real reason for why I poured them, but other than Drinksmas. I'm kind of just going to go through and see what I like about them. I don't know if I'm going to talk about them much because this is not meant for being an analysis, but I was just curious about these 3 in the moment because I got the Eagle Rare as a donation. I guess I should show what I got for Christmas. I got this crazy thing, which I've never heard of, from my family. But I think it's from Kilbeggan, officially. I know it's set on it somewhere. But it's a 10-year-old Irish whiskey finished in sherry casks. 46%. Looking forward to trying it. Show you the color while I'm at it. I'm letting these whiskeys open up officially. Oh my gosh. Here we are. It almost looks like a bourbon in color. Even though it's an Irish. Almost. But as always, these colors are very similar sometimes. Like in my head, I I don't know what kind of noise that's like on the mic. Sorry if it's creepy or annoying, but so in my head, Irish is always yellow. Bourbons are always amber, officially amber. And Scotch is somewhere between, almost a pale white wine color and yellow. Or yellowish, I should say. I don't even want to say yellow. If it does, you don't want it to look like piss, but sometimes it does. Or at least it has the hint of that color. It is a nice gift. Haven't tried it. Gonna at some point when I finally start to make videos once more. Because right now I'm on vacation. I can stream as much as I want. But I feel like it isn't a marathon with the video editing stuff, because part of me was very tempted to do what Hot Butter Rolls is doing and just, flick the switch and be like, I'm doing a review now, seeing if anyone shows up. I know a lot of it is the time. Well, it still smells good. Like just the time of night. Like a lot of people watch YouTube stuff late at night, so I know I'm going on pretty early, and it is Christmas Day. I didn't actually plan to do this technically. It was if I can get home, if I'll be at my apartment, which I clearly am. Ooh. You know what I don't like? It's when I can smell the cleaning agent on my glassware. Okay, it's not on that one, just on this one. The joys of using a dishwasher. Either that or I'm just getting an alcohol smell. Something smells weird in this glass. I don't think it's the whiskey. But this is the 1792 full proof, and we have the Eagle Rare. I'm going to go switching around the orders slightly. So we have low proof to high proof. So we have a 45%, and then we just go blow it up to 60%. And then we have the 62.5%. Glorious stuff. The color difference is obvious with the Knob Creek. I also poured more of it. That could also be a thing. That could be a factor. I also got more than enough candy over this holiday season. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Soapy note in one of my glasses. Do not like. Getting past it. But I have all this stuff as well, which I showed on one of my unboxing video. Mike and Ike's. This is going to make a lot of noise. Nerds. Swedish Fish. Sour Patch. And Gobstoppers. I don't remember the last time I had a Gobstopper. So, plenty of movie candy, except I'm not going to see a movie anytime soon. Stay. I also finished this off a little while ago. This was glorious. I don't know if they're going to do it again next year, but the 24 Days of Texas Whiskey was one of the few ways I could get my hands on lots of Texas whiskey, and I ate them all, and they were glorious. In fact, I feel like I still have chocolate in my mouth. It's not going to go away easy. I also have these, which I'm tempted to have maybe at the end. Oh, that crazy crackle noise. Put it in the whiskey. No, bad idea. Don't do that. That'd be a little weird. Blue raspberry whiskey with a explosion of pop rocks. Ooh. All right, starting with the Eagle Rare, I think. It smells fruitier than I remember it. I'm always afraid I'm getting my nose too close, but no, put your nose right in there. Oh. He is a good guy. He said I can say who it is. Stanley Wagner Jr. He is well known in the community of the whiskey stuff. He sent the card to a lot of people, I think. So, and again, I was like, wow, man, how do you heck, like, just the amount of stuff he sent was exhausting. But I am very happy to receive it. And he sent me a lot of stuff. He's actually the reason I did an advent calendar this year, because all those mini samples I did, a little high, all those mini samples I did were because of him. And he sent me all those, and he didn't have to. And I got to try a lot of glorious whiskeys, like all the scotches. The Compass Box, this was pretty notable. This has been talked up a lot in the tribe. Compass Box does amazing stuff. And I found out I got to try some Balvenie. Those were lovely. I say that as I'm looking at like the empties that I have nearby. And of course, being able to try the lineup of, oh, I forgot what I was thinking about. Red Wrist. There we go. Whoa. Look what I did here. That's a hefty pour in my mind. But again, the color is amazing. And this is the Knob Creek. One of these days I'm terrified. Just this year, I'm generally terrified with smelling whiskey. It's like, I don't smell too much. Oh my gosh, I've lost everything. No, I haven't. But there's that kind of terror going on this year. It's happened to many whiskey tube people where they get sick, so they can't smell or taste their whiskey. It's like, oh my gosh. Horrible, horrible. But this year's almost over, so it's good. And the vaccine is out there, which is also good. I like to throw a little bit of reality into this stuff because I have this thing with me is this moment is very temporary. What we're doing right now is enjoying each other's company and sipping whiskey, hopefully, possibly getting some sleep later because you guys have been up for crazy amounts of time. But 6 months from now, a year from now, I'll be looking back on this video. It's like, oh yeah, God, that was awful, but it was also Christmas. And I also got lots of whiskey, plenty of whiskey to get me through till the end of this year, hopefully. That's nice. It's Eagle Rare. My tasting notes. It's nice. Oh, it burns though. If everyone's wondering about the eyeballs, this is a Grinch shirt. If you haven't figured that one out, I know it looks weird because you can only see the eyes. I'm festive, I promise. This is as festive as I get. Another thing we learned this year. Let's go looking back on the year or on what I've done. I got to try Blanton's for the first time. That was nice. Blanton's, as we all know, is sought after, I'll say. Is it worth the price or the chase or it's the fancy bottle? It's the fancy bottle. People really chase it for the fancy bottle and the little horse. It's kind of the only reason I kept this because it's got a little horse on it. Will I ever get another mini sample like that? I don't know. I do have one over here somewhere. The joy of having too many samples is just, where is it? We have the Weller single barrel. And we have this one. This one is a Blanton's. Note the B for Blanton's. So I'll be able to try that at some point. I still have to open my Nika by the barrel as well. Because that's just sitting there staring at me for the third year in a row. Second year? Third year? I don't know how long I've had it. Too long. Definitely. But I'm afraid as soon as I open up a Nika by the barrel, it'll be gone within 2 or 3 months. And I'll be sad. Because it was $70 or $60. Now I'm not sure and I need to check. Checking the prices of whiskey is sad. Not that sad. But the last time, I seem to remember it being 70. My memory is not what it used to be. It was never good to begin with. It's not much better now. That's okay. Hopefully I won't remember much of this year. That's the idea. That's part of why drinking all this whiskey is a good thing. Ika from the barrel, not by the barrel. Well, I hope you can't hear that. That's the witch that lives next door. She's a monster. Oh, I'm looking at tasting notes. Yeah, $65 for Nika by the barrel. Nika from the barrel. Glad you guys are here. I mean, granted, it is. When I started this and decided to do it, I was like, well, it's Christmas. Maybe some people will be doing stuff, but it was definitely one of those. Don't know. It's a holiday. Welcome, Beth. Welcome, welcome. Happy holidays to you as well. Wow. Yeah. Oh. Ow. That Knob Creek is something else. Definitely. Ugh. Jesus. I feel like I should have picked something a little better for the middle here because I went 45%, 60%, and then 62.5. I probably should have poured some wild turkey instead. Uh-oh. Welcome, JJ. Glad you got home safely. Oops. That's easy to do. That's very easy to do. You click off and click on and hello. Oh, I didn't do the thing. I have to advertise my poorness. There we go. Lovely. Not poorness. I'm not poor. Clearly, I'm not poor. Lots of whiskey. But as most people this year realize, jobs are not the best thing to have or be able to have. This one still smells funny. One's funny as it did before. Ah. Ugh. On the plus side, wow, tingly. On the plus side, they all do taste different, which is nice. The Knob Creek kicks like a mule as far as, I don't want to call it an oak bomb because it isn't, but it is not your regular bourbon. Whoa. Where's Craig B520? I have one of those. I forget. I do. Elijah Craig. Focus. B520. That says B520, I promise. It's also pretty high proof. It's on the list. It's on the list of things to try. And again, it's a sample, so I feel like, if I drink it, it's gone. You know, the sadness of having so many samples is you drink them and you're like, man, it was good. And that's it. Never again. I have Christmas songs going through my head. I apologize. And I don't want them going through my head, but there's nothing I can do about it. Because 'tis the season. It's a weird song, too. I must have heard part of it and then didn't finish it. That's the only way that happens. For me, anyway. Getting songs stuck in my head. So this is Christmas. And now it's probably stuck in your heads, and I apologize. Sorry. All right. This Eagle Rare almost has fruit notes. It's wigging me out. Knob Creek, oak and chocolate. And the 1792, weirdly, it smells a little soapy, but I think that's glass. Or it could be alcohol. It could be the fact that it's been in that bottle that's almost completely empty for far too long. I can show you one thing I got. I got two of them, and I don't know what to do about it because I have two of them now. It's like a weird dilemma to have. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. There it is. A little heavy. Yeah. I know people talk about getting rocks, like actual ice rocks things. People don't really like those, but I got one of these. Not really sure what to do about it. It's fancy. It came with a lot of pieces. I haven't actually looked at it yet. Might as well, if I can. No, I can't. I wanted to just open it. It's not going to do that. Denmark decanter with glasses. See, decanters are used for when you entertain, and I don't entertain very much unless I'm doing this, and then it's just myself and anyone else who happens to be here. Look at this thing. I feel like ADHD Whiskey with his giant trophy. This one is not giant, but, you know. I can't get out of the box. That's what I was thinking, Richie Z. Highlight that. But I'm worried about habita. I'm worried about oxidization. Oxygen getting into the whiskey. And I do have a lot of need to be emptied bourbons right now. I can't get this out. Yeah. There. The thing is, I have so many glasses as well. And this one came with, what? 6? Something like that. Here it is in all its glory. It's decent. This big stopper. I hope so. You got a little plastic thing here. It's actually a decent seal. It's not crystal clearly, but that'll do. It's, you know, as airtight as can be. Yeah. These are all the glasses that go with it, I assume. I don't want to open that yet. Because they're tiny glasses by the look of it. If there's 6 in there, they're probably like that big. Which is a good size. That's actually a good, like that is a good rocks glass to me. The ones I have are all technically juice glasses, I think. Now you think that's wonderful, right? You got a whole new decanter thing. Well, I don't know what to do with it or where to put it, because the idea is to put it over here somewhere on display. Yeah, definitely not crystal. But here's the other thing I got. Now, there we go. Ooh. This one's a bit bigger. But I think it's thinner. So, unsurprisingly, I got 2 decanters and 1 holiday Christmas thing. This one's like that. And I don't think it has a... I don't know if it's actual crystal. I don't think it is. It doesn't feel like it. As if I would know what crystal feels like. But this one does have a different thing here. Like there's no actual seal, technically. It's just like this. That's it. I feel like this is going to fall over or fall out. But staying in there. It's a little loose. Makes me a little nervous. So now I have 2 decanters. I don't know what to do about it. Clang, clang. And this one does come with glassware as well. So it's very nice. A little fancy. Yep. And so the glassware off as well. There we go. Get 2 of these big glasses. I don't know what this company is. I'll look into it later. Fine Dine sounds super fancy. It's definitely Swiss. Yeah. 2 decanters now. I don't know what to do with either of them. But oh well. I'll figure it out. And of course, the whiskey from earlier I showed. I don't know if everyone saw. Very shiny. Tyrconnell. There's a racehorse on it. It's a single malt, Irish. 10 years, sherry cask finished. I did. I'll do about it. Trying to remember if there's anything else. It was mostly the other stuff I got was maraschino cherries and chocolate covered cherries, I think. I have to reorganize things over there because now I have more Irish and more bourbons and yeah, this is the Irish. It's the Irish. I'll show it off again since we have more people here. They want to see what the bottle and the whiskey looks like. It almost looks like a bourbon. That's what I said earlier. Ooh, lighting, whoa. Shiny label as well. Nice bottle. It does look kind of like a Scotch bottle, doesn't it? I can only wonder what, the price gets up just because of this metallic kind of tin thing that it's got. Who knows how much that changes the price? Wow. Good stuff, as they say. Oh man, shoes that don't fit. Keep forgetting to show stuff. And hopefully it is. I don't think I've ever had a sherry finished Irish. So, oh, yes, I have. What am I talking about? I say that. It's like, oh, yeah, Redbreast. I don't know if it's specifically sherry finished, but my memory. Have I mentioned I have a bad memory? I definitely have a bad memory. And the one thing that I forget is Redbreast. They do something with it. I always forget what. Let's check the words. Check the info. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say things if I don't know what I'm talking about, You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I don't have a Redbreast 12 in front of me, so only. No, my brain's not working. I feel like they did something to Redbreast, but I don't remember what. It's going to bother me. Because I know the Listau is a finish of some sort. I feel like they did something with the Redbreast 15 and the 12. I know they definitely did something to the 21 because that thing is crazy. Oh, welcome. And thank you. Keep doing what I can. I'll do what little I can with what little energy I have. Because as I have mentioned I think I usually try to throw this in at one of my streams, most of my streams, is that I definitely have mental illness problems that keep me from working. Thus, the haven't been working for 10 years thing. Because I just don't function as an adult. I was never meant to function as an adult, probably, most likely. Oh, Jason Busey, there you are. Welcome. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? Welcome, Jason Busey. You snuck by me. I hadn't looked at the screen in half a minute there. We have many whiskeys. We have 3 mini whiskeys. We're drinking all the whiskeys, and they're very high proof. This Knob Creek is killer. I like it. It makes me wonder what Chad and Sarah really like, because that thing is that's a bourbon, and not like a sweet cherry bomb, like a dark shot, like an oak, and that proof is like I'm tasting the 1792, and maybe like I said, it's because it's been in that mostly empty bottle, but it doesn't hit as hard as the Knob Creek. But we also have to keep in mind that Knob Creek is freshly opened as of, yesterday, technically. So it still needs time to air out. And it's good, but it is not messing around, to say the least. Oh, don't know where my phone went. It scared me. I got a text message. Oh gosh, what's happened? What horrible thing has happened? Oh, nothing good. Something wishing me a good holiday. Yay! Startled me. Oh my gosh, Fable? That's old school. That's old school, Jason. I remember playing Fable. I think I had to finish every little thing. I'm going to try the 1792? 1792. Oh. Lovely. Not as burny, but still burny. Ooh. High proof is going to get to me fast. I can tell. I can feel it in my bones. And if anyone else is in the New England area, welcome to the rainiest Christmas in recent memory. Because we definitely had a Christmas day where it just decided, you know what? It's 9 o'clock. I'm just going to rain all day. And not like a slow rain, like a heavy rain all day. So it is disturbingly moistened out there. And I'm worried that if it's going to get cold tonight, we may have a problem. If anything freezes, it's going to be bad. Kill them drams. You got all night. I'm having 3 to start out the evening. Already it's a mistake because 2 of them are 60 plus proof, 60% proof, 120 plus proof. There we go. Words. It's already getting hard to think. Now I need to find out more about Redbreast because it's bothering me that I can't remember the thing about Redbreast. Getting confused on sherry finishes. Part of me feels like Redbreast was finished in something, somehow. I can't remember how. Yes, okay, good. Well, that's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see to remind me. Matured in a combination of bourbon and sherry casks, the distinctive Redbreast sherry style is a joy to behold in each and every bottle. So yeah, I've definitely had Irish sherry finish before. That's what was bugging me. Good God. You'd think I'd be able to remember one of my favorite Irish whiskeys there. I was fairly certain it was sherry finished. I can't see. But I couldn't remember. And I guess this new one, Ticonderoga, or whatever it's called, Tennell, is just sherry finished? Again, I haven't looked up anything about it because I don't want to know yet. I only want to know more about it once I start to sip on it. And even then, it's not like I'm researching it like some people do because I don't have the energy. I'm too tired. I'm tired right now. I'll tell you what. It's been a day. It's been a day. I'm sure all of you can relate because it is the Christmas day. And most of you have had family members to deal with in some way, shape, or form. I know I spent some time with my parents. I got to see my brother and his girlfriend yesterday. So that was good. My brother is still in a wheelchair / has a broken leg. So it made for a very strange Christmas gathering because he couldn't really do anything. He just had to sit. Sucks. Hopefully it'll get better soon. I think the cast came off. I think something came off recently. Stitches, maybe? I don't remember. He's on the mend. That's all that matters. But I have a feeling he's in some discomfort still. So all in good time. Next year will be a year of healing for him, to say the least, just to start out with. But I've been fairly fortunate thus far. Nothing seriously drastic has happened to me, but as many of you know, mental health, not good. And this year, not good. It's been stressful for many, super stressful. But I have to keep in mind that I am very fortunate that I can just sit here and drink whiskey and complain about how things are rough. Are they? How rough are they? And again, it's holiday. Oh, Trev Wilson, welcome. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, whatever. What's the other one? I'm forgetting one, I think. There's like 15 different holidays that happen at this time of year. But all of them. We're drinking whiskey, Trev. Are you surprised? I'm not. And I think you're going live tonight. Are you going live tonight? I feel like you are, but I don't remember. Because I know I've been doing this for the past few Fridays, and I think you go live at 8. And then ADHD Whiskey goes on at 10, 9, 8. I forget. 10, maybe. Kwanzaa. There we go. Thank you, Mondor. I was forgetting one. There's too many holidays. I'm sipping on some glorious stuff here, Trev. Whoa. That burns. Oh, yeah. And Trev, congratulations on the 1K. I think you just have to get, well, I don't know if you already have or you have to get to the viewer time, but that's going to be a thrill, I'm sure. Just tell people to watch your videos in the background. Keep everything on repeat. I think that's what ADHD did at the very early days. But I hope to get there someday. But it feels like getting to 1,000 subscribers is a lot of work in general, and then getting people to watch enough of your content when it's makes me tired. Again, even this idea of YouTube being my only focus / job, even with the advent calendar, which I actually completed, it's just, it feels like so much when your mental health is not great. I do a lot of sleeping, not because I want to, just because blissful unconsciousness is the best way to put it. Nothing's wrong if you're asleep. Debatable. It's only when you're awake when you have problems, it seems. I don't have too many problems. I have enough. Still have to clean my apartment. But other than that, the year hasn't. I've been fortunate with the year going the way it has. Haven't gotten a job yet. Still have a lot of stuff to do with my apartment. It's kind of a mess. But have plenty of whiskey. Have plenty of Whiskey Tube peoples. So there's that. Keeping me semi-sane for the moment. So this is Christmas. It's still stuck in my head. I feel like my mustache is attacking my nose right now. Making me sneeze almost. Don't need that. I don't know if I've sneezed on stream yet. Let's hope I haven't yet. But how would I mute that? Let's check. That's how. I haven't needed to mute myself. But the last thing we want is for me to sneeze into the microphone and blow everyone's ears off. That'd be bad. Ooh. 1792 is still strong. Not as strong as Knob Creek. Select. But and it's still creme brulee in a glass. It's lovely. Makes me want to take a nap. Whiskey tends to make me want to take a nap. So does food. Food and whiskey make me want to sleep. It's not a good thing. Holla. All right. Minimize that. We also have, I think the latest Star Trek Discovery came out. I haven't watched it yet because it's a holiday. Haven't been able to do that. A little stressful. It's kind of strung out because I want to watch it. But all in good time. Right now we're just enjoying the moment as best we can. Enjoying the whiskey, certainly. But hamana. What I'm finding is it's hard to drink higher proof whiskey when you have a lot of it. I want to put ice in these, which is a thing I do for high proof stuff. Tones it down slowly. And it's also almost 60 degrees here, I should add, which is bonkers. Because it should not be this warm at the end of December, but it is. I would like it to not get too much colder, but it will. It's going to be freaking 40 degrees tomorrow. I'm curious. Very desperate when you're talking about the weather. That's what I say. That's 52 degrees right now in New England. At least in Rhode Island. A little silly. Tomorrow, 36. because that's just how it is around here. Next Friday, 60 degrees. Well, 59. Oh, New England weather. Such a joy. Oh, and I forgot to say, if whatever you're drinking, let me know if you're drinking anything. And let me know if you got any bottles or anything good. I know a lot of people have been talking about, what did I say earlier? Whiskey Stones. Some people have gotten those. They're not great. I don't like them. Putting rocks in whiskey, not the best idea. Well, JG, you live in Florida, don't you? It's crazy down there. And yes, I don't know. The wave, I like to call it. There's always this weird wave that goes across the United States, and it's just warm air, cold air, warm air, cold air. Somehow New England's getting warm air and Georgia's getting cold air. I don't know. It snowed in some places, you know? So this is Christmas. Oh gosh, why? Why does that song have to be stuck in my head? Oh, I forgot to show the other candy I got. Because I got some last night, as if I didn't have enough. Swedish fish tails, which means there are 2 flavors, I think. Or 2 colors at the very least. I'm pretty sure Swedish fish is Swedish fish flavored. I don't know. Blue raspberry, strawberry, watermelon, pineapple, raspberry, mango. Looking forward to it. That. Stay there. There's one thing that's certain is that holidays are the weird time of year. And at the very least, there's plenty of whiskey to go around. I know a lot of people are. I'm trying to remember who else is streaming tonight. I know ADHD Whiskey is going to stream. Trev's supposed to stream. Celebrate 1K, I think. Huge. Last night? What night was it? No, Wednesday. Wednesday was the crazy stuff on Mash and Drum. He had guests. Trev had to do a lot of math, from what I understand. Math and keeping track of things, which I'm not good at. Which is why I never want to be a moderator. No, thank you. I cannot handle giveaways and random drawings and that kind of thing. That's just madness in my mind. Can't deal with it. Can't. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. Oh, Jason Busey's going to have dinner soon. Yes. I ate something earlier. I was going to say I've had dinner, but no. I'm barely awake. Oh, yeah. That's why I worry. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to give me responsibility. As I've said plenty of times, I have enough issues in my own head. Trying to pay attention to other people's streams is not my best thing. Usually I'm kind of watching and doing something else because I have the attention span of a goldfish, as they say, where I can only function on one thing for so long. And I'm easily distracted, very easily, if you can't tell. I kind of want to mix these together. That's probably a bad idea. Probably a bad idea. Try. What was the original? What was the actual final countdown number? I think it was 5,000-ish for the PayPal. But did you get a final total of the super chats as well? Or is that still in the works? I imagine that can get buried under the whole holiday thing. Dante, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Feliz Navidad. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. I'm forgetting one again, but yes, all the holidays. Well, there you go. I mean, the only reason I would be a mod as a mod in a chat is if someone got a little schmarmy, as they say, and started to say things that we probably didn't want them to do, and just bye. Don't do that. I've done that on streams. Oh boy, that's a lot. Glad to hear it. I wanted to do fundraiser stuff at some point, but I'm like, I don't have enough people here for that. That's a bit much. There are things that funds could go to other than myself. Like, yes, I need funds, clearly, not working and such, but there are also people I know. There's like a lot of GoFundMe's out there and that kind of thing. I know at least two off the top of my head. One is a friend of mine, and the other, I think, is a tribe member. He is a tribe member. I'm trying to remember his name now. I'm blanking out. Did I mention I'm bad with names? I'm bad with names. That's why it's helpful to see scrolling chat with names right next to them. Otherwise, it's just, who are you? Where am I? What's going on? Don't remember. What year is it? Yes, I can see that easily. And yes, great work, because holy moly, my brains would not function with that kind of stress and that kind of responsibility to having to give away lots of money to good, to charitable foundations. I'd like to see that more in the Whiskey Tube world, but I know it rolls around this time of year. But with the way this past year has been, and my own situation being very prominent in my head, of course, where it's like, oh, I could use money, but other people, they don't have their car because it got in an accident and that kind of thing. Or with my friend, she is out in Nevada somewhere, and she's got a trailer, but she doesn't have a car anymore. So her car broke down and she basically couldn't afford to pay for it anymore, I think, and it couldn't tug her trailer anymore. So yeah, she's down there for a while until she gets a new car, and she's living out of a very small trailer. So when she does get her GoFundMe going, I'm considering donating to that somehow, because she will need a vehicle to get that thing back anywhere. Right now it's not moving at all unless someone else drags her around. Yes. Even the person I'm thinking of right now, I know I have them friended on Facebook, but I'll be damned if I remember exactly who it is. I might remember if I see his name, but who knows if he's even posting anything. Hard to keep track of this stuff. Life is overly complicated. And of course, today is Christmas Day, so I'm just seeing a bazillion Christmas posts and holiday things and small children getting stuff. And having Christmas songs stuck in your head doesn't help. So this is Christmas. I don't want to have too much dead air, because that's not good. We don't want to have dead air. That's a bad thing. You need to just keep talking. Just him? No. Someone else. Anyway, there's another tribe. I'll find out eventually. When I find out, I'll let people know. But he was actually mentioned on at least Mash and Drop and maybe another channel or two where he had a GoFundMe going on. Maybe I can find it if I look up the GoFundMe. I haven't looked up one of those in a while. Also, so this is Christmas. Oh, here we go. Ha! Found it. Yeah, here. As much as I'd like people to donate money to me, because I have bills to pay, this is one who needs the money even more than I do, because he needs a car. I hope this works. We'll see. The Stanley Wagner Jr., welcome. If I'm still going, I'll be here. Yeah, that is Brandon Elliott, who I know via Tribe Stuff. And he's got a pretty lofty goal, but I wish somehow the Whiskey Tube community could get him back on his feet with that one. But again, it's a lot of money. And even with the amount that he made on the Mash and Drum, it wasn't enough for this. He would need quite a bit more. He needs like $12,000 to get this car repaired because it's got special stuff on it, from what I understand. Bye. Yeah. I kind of I can relate to it because he's also disabled. He's physically disabled, but that's why he needs this amount of money for his car, because it's not just a car fix, it's a car fix for someone who's disabled. So it's got all these fancy gears and gizmos for him to actually use the thing, and he can't do that right now. It's all there. I just happen to keep that in the back of my mind. If that link even showed up, I'm assuming it did. If it didn't, oh, let me know. I don't know what I can do about it. But yeah, last time anyone donated was a month ago. Yay. The joys. Yes. That's apparently what he's called in other places. Wheels. It's called Wheels for a reason. I think you can figure out what it is. I know some money was donated through other YouTube channels or Whiskey Tube channels. But I feel like in that case, you kind of need a long-term bunker down rather than just a mention. And I can't do anything because it's just, I don't have any money, as I've said before. Thus, this is scrolling across the bottom because donations and such. It's been a rough year. But again, not so rough for me because I can sit here in my apartment, which is perfectly fine, drinking this whiskey and talking to people who are on the internet. So my life isn't that hard, but not having been able to work for this long is not a fun feeling. Because people want to do something productive with their time and make an income. But what I don't want to do is have a job that just sucks. Like, I don't want a job you go to because you have to, pay for stuff and you hate your job and, you hate Mondays because of it. That doesn't sound fun to me. I've done that. I've done retail work before and it's unpleasant. I'm trying to think. I want to go over my job history in my head. It's not good. It's all garbage jobs. Salvation Army was the first thing that was officially a job, but they actually paid me to ring the bell. Then there was dishwasher at a Chili's. That sucked. Worked at a bowling alley for a little while. That also sucked. It was a scuzzy place. Then there was, what else? Was it bowling alley and Chili's bowling alley? I'm asking you as if you know. Either way, those two jobs sucked. Worked as a dishwasher at a college for a little while. That sucked horribly. And what else? I had other jobs. Barnes & Noble. Worked at a Barnes & Noble for 2 years. And then I worked at a factory for 4 years. And that was it. A factory doing ribbons for horse shows and dog shows. Those kind of ribbons. I have 2 ribbons I won from that place. But that was just for Halloween costumes. And as I mentioned in a stream, part of the reason I have tendinitis in this ear is because I was standing next to a very loud factory machine that was making slamming sounds for hours a day. I wasn't wearing anything for my ears at the time because I was a dummy. Barnes & Noble. Portsmouth Community Theater. I know who you are. Yes, first place for my epic costumes. I'm assuming that's either my mom or my dad. I'm assuming mom. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the stream. We're talking about the good old days. I was doing jobs I didn't like. This job I do like. Mom, I'm like 40. I'm not a kid anymore. God. Ah. And once again, for anyone's curious to what I'm drinking, we have Eagle Rare, a Knob Creek special store pick, and 1792. 92? I always forget. 1792 full proof in the third. We're just kind of casually comparing them. And the Knob Creek is so far the winner as far as the extremes of how good it is. And also, So This Is Christmas is still stuck in my head. Na, 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 na. Well, we must have played that song and I didn't finish it because it's been stuck in my head right now. Driving me nuts. Driving me bonkers. Yep, 1792 is still the sweeter one. And Eagle Rare still has these weird fruity notes of some sort. Exactly what kind of fruit? I don't know. I want to check now. I just reviewed this like yesterday. I've already forgotten what I said. Part of the reason I make the videos. So I can at least check back later on to see what I said. Citrus? It seems to be the standard. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Here we go. No. But yeah, some people are getting dried fruit. That's right. I can see that. Eagle Rare is nice. I'm glad I can get my hands on that. And as I think I showed earlier, but I'll show again, I put a bit of a dent in the bottle already. It's over here now, isn't it? No. Yeah, it's a little bit. Just say it's being enjoyed thoroughly. Oh, it's not too sweet. It's right in the nice area. Although I do have plenty of Islas that I don't drink enough of, like Ardbeg and such. Right now I'm focusing on these 3 bourbons, and I have to finish these at some point. I'm probably going to mix them all together at the end because we have 2 very high proof bourbons. So 160%, 162.5%, and then the Eagle Rare is 45. I don't know what's going to happen if I mix them together, but I'm a little curious now. I still like the Knob Creek. That one's unique, to say the least, because it's lovely. It's just a wonderful smell. I get chocolate off this, which is weird. Also, I had chocolate earlier. That might be part of it. Huh. Yeah, Knob Creek store pick ain't messing around. It's feisty. Feisty, we'll say. And it hits harder than the 1792, which is funny. Because 1792 is sweet, high proof, doesn't drink like it, which is the dangerous part, I think. Oh, man. They're good, though. I should open up these other samples. I haven't seen them yet. I haven't really seen them yet. It's going to be, I don't know if this is the best idea now I think about it. Lots of noises people might not like. But I can see what these are. We have a High West Yippee-Ki-Yay rye blend. Batch 18 C25. It's 92 proof. I'm not going to open this because as much as I want to open them, I'm realizing what kind of noise, this is. People don't want to hear that noise. That's not a fun noise. That's an annoying noise. What is this? I'm trying to just read it through the plastic here. Oh, this is Lagavulin. Lagavulin 16. We know what that's like. That's glorious stuff. One thing I haven't had in a while, since we mentioned Isla's there for a second, is one of the ones I like that I haven't had in a minute because I used to get it at restaurants a lot. Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of it now. It's bothering me. I forgot. As soon as I started thinking about it, it fled. Isla? Isla? I want to say Isla. Or I want to say Isla, but I don't. I think there was an age statement. Oben 14? Is that another one? My brain don't work so good. I think it was Oben 14. Brain don't worky. But I used to get those at restaurants and bars back in the day. Seems like only yesterday when I could go and sit at a bar and have a little drinky drink. I'm going to be bothered until I figure out which is which. Oben 14? Please be 14. Remember that was a weird age statement to me. It is Oben 14. Hey! Oben 14 is a Scotch I like, which is an Islay. I don't remember. No, it's a Highland. Oh, that's probably why I liked it. It wasn't an Islay, but it still had that peaty goodness to it, I think. Just a little. And what is the Cole Isla? Is that the one that's actually Isla? How do I even spell that? Oop. I don't know how to spell Cole Isla. Nope. Maybe. My leg's asleep. That's no good. That's no good. I should move my leg. How does one spell Cole Isla? I can't remember. It's not Cole. C-O-A-L. C-A-O. I was close. C-A-O-L-I-L-L? I-L-A. There we go. I'm guessing it was the 12th year? Must have been. Yeah, that looks about right. And that is an Isla officially. Okay. That's one I like. But I think I have an Oben over here somewhere. I think the Night's Watch is Oben. That was pretty good. I think it was a bit bitier than the regular. I gotta figure this out. Night's Watch. Looking stuff up. Can't remember anything. Little Bay Small. There's a lot of Obens. I thought there was only a few. There we go. Game of Thrones, The Night's Watch. Oben Bay Reserve. That's the one I have buried in there somewhere. So this is Christmas. God damn. Right, back to the whiskeys. Should I mix these all together? I'm at that point where I just want to mix them all together because having 3 separate glasses, it just feels like it's slowing me down. But I don't know what it's going to do because we have a sweet high proof, kind of a regular bourbon on one side, a little spicy. Just mix it's fine. We'll mix it together. See what happens. It's going to be a lot of whiskey. That's the problem. I think that's my main concern at the moment. Because I'm like, hey, how much whiskey is this anyway? That's my real issue. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, that must have been a horrible sound. Sorry for that. Glass on glass. Very sexy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's quite the pour right there. It's about 4 ounces or more. No wonder I'm trying to go slow. Oh, and I didn't show you, but I got a new Glencairn as well. Can't show it properly. It says Texas Whiskey Trail. Come and taste it. Which I feel like is some kind of advertisement from something else. but I don't know what. So come and get it. Oof. All right. There we go. No huge difference on the smell. Ah. It's not as punchy as the Knob Creek. Like the Knob Creek itself was kind of aggressive, we'll say. Now that they're mixed, it's not as bad. At my first sip there, I was kind of like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then after a moment, when it actually, once I actually drank it, and I felt it, felt good, but not as severe as before when it was just the Knob Creek straight up. So that's an interesting mix. I don't know what the proof of this is now because I just mixed them all together. I'll say 60-ish. That's fine. 60%, that is. Which is up there, which is why I'm being careful with this, which is why I'm drinking so slowly. That's why I might add ice at some point because, oh my goodness. This is why I don't like doing flights too often, is because that's a lot of whiskey if I pour too much. You have to pour little pours. But I did say this is Drinksmas, so I have to have a hefty drink. At least one. That's how it is. Making sure I get all of it out of the Glencairns here. We can't waste any. Damn, this song's still stuck in my head. I need to get out. Ooh. All right, we now have a blend, officially. It's glorious. Well, it's not glorious, but it's also a lot of whiskey. That's my main concern. It's like, what have I done? Yeah, it softened it. It's nice. It's actually really nice. I'm a little concerned about the amount still, but color's still good. The taste is good. I don't want to say it smoothed out anything, but it did. It's certainly not as I said, the Knob Creek one is a good barrel, but it's a punchy barrel because of that proof. But mixing the Creme Brulee one, 1792, and the Eagle Rare, which is just a fine whiskey, has done something magical to where it's a little easier to sip, not as aggressive, just as sweet, still a little dry at the end. It's a lovely dram now, but also it's a huge dram. Yes, that is the idea. This will last me for a very long time, which is a good thing. And maybe later in the evening, I will pour, as John suggested, an Isla, because I haven't had one of those in a while. The last time I had one, it was the, I don't remember, Peat Monster, which I had a week and a half ago. Yeah, again, did I mention I have a very good memory? Because I probably have said that once or twice. It's a fun world to live in. Everything's new, to say the least. I'm trying to think. Checking the files. Analyzing. Compliance? No, sorry. Guess what that movie's from? Or guess what movie that's from? We had Peat Monster on day 4? Really? That was early. So a little longer than a week ago, we'll say. Maybe 2 weeks. But I've been holding on to that, and I gave half of that to my dad today because he hasn't been able to drink as much these days. But he had to drink a couple of drinks last night. Gave him some Peat Monster. So that's the Isla he hasn't had in a while. Oh, I was supposed to raise a glass at 4 o'clock today. I totally forgot because I think I was just getting home and watching. Was I still watching Daniel? I don't know how many people are on the Facebook group, but I know Daniel did a live stream today at 2 o'clock my time. And that was nice. I caught some of that. Lovely. Even invited a few special guests on. They were all troublemakers, what they were. It was good to see him on his porch smoking cigars. I would say I would smoke cigars in my apartment if I could, but I don't smoke cigars. So there's that. No smoking in this building, unfortunately. Kind of not, unfortunately. No one wants to smell smoke in their apartment building. That feels a bit dangerous. Smoke, where there's smoke, there's fire. Just a little concerning. As someone who's had their house on fire once upon a time, it's not fun. I just have all these candy canes. Don't know what to do with them all. I feel like I should put them in my coffee or something. Nice. Megan Scotch Doctor, welcome. Have a candy cane. I don't even know if these are flavored or they're just random green and yellow for some reason. The only time stuff like this comes around. This time of year, and that's it. Megan Scotch Doctor, you could have helped me earlier when I was getting confused about Cole Isla and Oban. One's a Highland and one's an Isla, but I forgot which is which. I like them both, thankfully. I think it's Oban 14 is what I usually get when I was going out to the bars, over a year ago. Oh, this year has both flown by and crawled at the same time. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'll have my glass of whiskey. Bugahada. Yes. Thank you, American Scotch Doctor. We did look that up earlier, but there was that whole confusion as to what's what, because we had some mention possible Isla. Oh, it's technically a Highland? Is that what I found out? I've already forgotten, and I just looked it up a minute ago. Can't remember anything. So this is Christmas. Oh, man, that's getting annoying to me. Yes, Highland. Oban is technically a Highland. This is why I can't do Roy's quizzes. This is all... One, I don't know American geography very well. I'm not going to know Scottish geography very well. Other than if you show me the part that's islands, I'll probably say it's Isla. But I know there's an island place as well. It's all confusing to me. There's one thing I found out during my 24 or 25, whatever it is, days of Advent stuff, is that I do have a preference for Highlands, it seems. I think. But I also know some of the stuff I had are blends. Right? That's all it is. I get confused by regions. Do I know them all? Hold on. Lowlands, Highlands, Isla, Campbelltown? No, I don't know if that's one. What else? Speyside. And there's islands somewhere. I don't know if that's a real thing. Yeah, I can't remember all of them. I think I know them. But that was only the few off the top of my head, and I feel like I missed one. Blah. But I really enjoyed this one. Scotch Doctor. Compass Box does some amazing stuff. Especially like the Spice Tree. It was glorious. Although the Spice Tree is the one I did the botched review of. And that was not on purpose. It just didn't hit record. Did the whole review. Realized I didn't hit record. And I was like, well, I still have to put something out for tomorrow. So 3 distilleries in the year to be called a region. That's complicated. I don't even know if Rhode Island itself can be called a region. Although it does have at least 2 distilleries. Does it have 3? I don't know. Probably. Oh man, the day's catching up to me. I'm already getting tired. A lot more tired than I was. But Scotia, Glengyle, Springbank. Those regions? I'm assuming they are. Are those places? They sound like places. Oh, there we go. So I got most of them, I think. Those are the only ones I could get because, like, Lowland and Highland are easy enough. Because there's Lowland and Highland. If there's a Lowland, there's a Highland. If there's a Highland, there's a Lowland. Then Campbelltown is the one I would have trouble remembering because that's just, I don't know who threw that one in there. Islands I remember only because of Isla, which is an island, but there's an island place now. And then Speyside because of is it a Speyside? So I can say, is it a Speyside? And then no. And then that leaves me, what, 4 more, 5 more? But I wouldn't be able to do those quizzes that Roy does. Those scare me. Every time. Plus, I always get confused with single malts and blends and blah. I reminded myself to click on the thing. There you go. The funny thing about that, Richie, is when I was doing all these scotches, I felt like I had a leaning towards Highlands and not so much Speysides. When it's pretty much the same thing. So, I felt like it's my imagination, maybe. Exactly. Like I'm happy with just being able to remember those few. I'm good with that. Not great with it because it's just like, where is that? I'm not sure. But as far as I'm concerned, I've had plenty of scotches this past month that I enjoyed. I don't know if I'd say my favorite yet. Like I definitely like the Compass Box stuff, especially the Spice Tree one. But that's the one review that I got botched up, as I said. And I got to try the Belvanis. Those were interesting. I had an interesting time with the rum cask finishes with the Scottish stuff. That was different. I liked it. Yeah, Lowlands. I'm trying to think if I've even had a bottle of Lowlands at any point in time. Or even tried a Lowland. Confusion. I don't even know what distilleries are that are Lowlands. Now I think about it. Yawning on stream is not allowed. Ugh. Cripes. Auchentoshan. I've heard that one. That's the only way I was able to pronounce that, technically. It's not because it's like I've just seen the word Auchentoshan before, and if I saw that without knowing how to say it, I would say Auchentoshan. Glenkitchy, Bladebach. American Scotch Doctor, well, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your Christmas stuff. Cheers. There we go. Auchentoshan, the famous grouse. These are just bottles. Bladnoch. There you go, Richie. You already said it. Right as I thought about it. 1770. Douglas Lang. Glenkitchy. Yeah, I have a feeling I haven't had these. These are all names I've seen, but I don't know if I've tried. Oh, they sound lovely. Got some funky shaped bottles too. Not quite your normal Scotch bottle. Oh well. Daft Mill bottle, huh? Daft Mill. I'm not even seeing that showing up. Should. At some point. Everything else is showing up. The problem with this website is it'll show me enough of what I want to see. Like I just clicked on Lowland and it just bottles, but it's not telling me the distillers. It's just telling me the bottles. Like Glenkeechee and Auchentoshan and all that. And I don't know if Daft Mill is on there. Should be. I think everyone's like Little Mill. I have no idea what that is. It says it's Lowland. And the famous grouse is on there for some reason. It says it's a Lowland. Never had it. That's probably one I could get my hands on, honestly. From the price I'm seeing, it's $23, $25 probably. Flavor, old wood. It's not encouraging. Hamilton's Lowlands. Too many whiskeys. So many whiskeys to try, so little time. I'll have to keep an eye out for Lowlands. But like you said, the famous grouse, I think, is one that I could probably try easily. Closed? No. What's that other stuff that's out there? The orphan barrels. Are they still around doing stuff? I hope so. There's orphan barrels and there's Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. They do a lot of fun stuff with the names and things and barrels, but I don't know exactly what they're about because I couldn't afford it, mostly. This is basically how that is. I know it exists. I know I can't afford it, and that's that. And that would also be like, what, a bottle a month? Orphan is still active. Okay, good. I figured it was, but you never know. With 2020 being the way it is, it's just like, I don't have no idea if it exists anymore. I know the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society is active in America in some way. Or the SMWS, as they seem to be called. Am I old enough to drink? No. Yeah, the bottle names are hilarious for Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. Gun Ord? Yes, I'm looking into it. I'm looking into the SMWS. But again, yeah, $99 starting at. That's like, yeah, that's a part of my rent right there. I don't think that's the thing I'm going to do. But these names are hilarious. Long Lasting and Lip Tingling is the name of one of their bottles. The name of another one of their bottles is My Heart's in the Highlands. And then they have one, Cleopatra's Bath Time. Those are amazing names. Why? Why aren't there more scotches that have those kind of names? Those are hilarious. And it looks like Cleopatra's Bath Time is a 16-year-old, Speyside, first filled barrel. And if I remember correctly, first filled barrel is technically a second fill, but they like to say it's first fill, right? It's like a bourbon barrel that they're using. I can't remember. Something about the word first fill. Oh, Ben Demon Hunter, welcome. Happy holidays to you, sir. As you can see, I poured myself just a little whiskey tonight. Just a smidge. Just a little bit. Definitely not 4 ounces. Whew. Oh, it's still spicy. Oh, there you go. I'm mildly curious, to say the least. Probably a little more than mildly curious. That's a lot of scotch for one thing. Yeah, you look great. 1 year membership is $100. But what does that mean? It means you get a bottle a month? Because if that's the case, yeah, but I don't think that's the case. I don't understand. I don't understand the system. I like it, but I don't understand it. God, this song just gets stuck on my head. Yes, the bottles themselves are ridiculously overpriced. Oh, they have one called a Midsummer Night's Dram, which is mildly confusing because there's a Midwinter's Night's Dram. God, these are expensive. Why? I'm looking at these prices here of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. We have one called Salad Undressing, $110. We have a Midsummer Night's Dram, $475 for a bottle. Smoke Mirrors and Honey Traps, $585. Whoa. Whoa. There you go. I mean, I wouldn't complain about it either. It's just, prices keep going up. I think it's just that I don't know how the system works. Like you pay $99 to be a member, and then you can buy whatever bottles you want. I think because that's the thing. I guess. I honestly don't know. But all these bottles are not cheap. We're talking 95 seems to be no $90 is the low point for a bottle. And as great as that would be to try them, it's just if there's a sample kit like what you're talking about, that sounds like the best way to go. Just try a whole bunch of them, little tiny forms. But freaking the actual bottles are crazy prices. Spirits, it's the same thing. Bottle of the month, tasting an archive. Bundles? I don't know what that is. Anyway, getting distracted by Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. I do want to try more scotches in the future. I had plenty of them this past month, which was glorious. But yeah, lovely stuff. From what I'm told. That's the only thing that's bothering me is I've never actually tried one from them because it's trickier to get. And that's fine. It's fine. By the way, so this is Christmas. Da, 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 da. Still seeing a text message? Okay. Freaking out. The joys of being in this generation. If I don't look at my phone every once in a while, I feel like I missed something. Nothing yet. Song's still stuck in my head. It's driving me crazy. Now we're at the time of year that I find always to be a little weird. Is when Christmas is over and there's a few days between now and the new year, but everyone doesn't really know what to do. It's kind of like limbo for some reason. Like we have what? The 25th. We have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31st. Then we have New Year's. So technically New Year's Eve is the 31st. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days until the 31st. And it's just, what are we supposed to do now? Oh, what's funny is I just realized the funny part is when I used to have a job back in the day, again, there's a reason this is scrolling, Christmas spirit, but the way things worked back then is how they gave us vacation time around the holidays. So it would be like a week off. And then depending on how the next week ran, they'd either give us the whole week off or part of the week off. Kalila 12? I feel like I've seen it. We'll do a quick check. I'll check the system. And by that, I mean the one store that's nearby that I often go to that's fairly close. I feel like it's there, and if it's not, I wouldn't be surprised. I keep trying to say coal. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's expensive. There's a reason I get it at restaurants only. The Kalila 12 years single malt is at the store nearby for $69.99, so $70. It's probably about $5 cheaper or more than last year. As some of you may know, there are tariff problems going on with Scotch and Irish whiskey because reasons, politics, weirdness, something to do with freights. I don't know. None of it makes sense to me. I just know the price of Scotch and Irish goes up for no reason at all. No sensible reason, we'll say. And Kalila 12 is available to me nearby, but it's $70, which is crazy. Because that's as with my brain, I often put into the math. I say, how many bottles of Wild Turkey 101 could I buy for that much? And $70 is almost 3 bottles of Wild Turkey 101. And they're about $25 here-ish. So I'm rounding up, of course. Oh, that's not going to happen. I mean, I wish it would. But I have a feeling that's something that's been around for a while. I don't know if it's going to get any better anytime soon. We'll see. We'll be slightly hopeful that it'll change eventually. But knowing the political climate of the moment, things are a little wonky. So who knows what they're going to focus on in the coming years. But politics hurts my head. There's too much going on right now. Too much on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram for me to pay attention to because it all just hurts my brain and makes me want to sleep some more. But this time, what was the other one we were talking about? There's Kalila and there's Oban. See if they have Oban next door. They do. Oban 14. It costs even more. God damn it. Oban 14 is $75. This is the reason I only get them at the bar. Because then I spend, $10-ish or more for a pour instead of, a huge amount of money on a bottle that I probably never going to drink because it costs so much. But I do remember liking Oban 14 and Kalila quite a bit. It was good stuff. Whiskey Ace, happy holidays. Welcome to the chaos. We're going to be going on a little longer. Oban is lightly peated. I think that's why I liked it. Wasn't as extreme, so to speak. I liked Oban and I liked Kalila because they were both kind of, they had a little bit of peat, a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick, a little bit of pizzazz, shibbolething, but not too much. Like it wasn't an Isla like Lefroy or Ardbeg or anything. It was easier to sip, I think, rather than having it be, have a sip and it's like, wow, Isla. Oh, Isla. That's how people react to drinking Isla whiskey. They just sip it. Isla. Yes, Oban was pretty damn good. That's one that sticks in my head for some reason. I don't know if it's just because of the year or something, because having something say 14 on it normally isn't a thing. But Oban 14 is on the wish list. I think Kalila is pretty good too, but I don't think it was one I liked as much as Oban. But I do have, like I said, I have some right there, but it's the special edition Black Watch, Night Watch, the Game of Thrones bottle. So I want to have that last as long as possible because, who knows how many of those are out there now. We'll see. Mine's open, so it doesn't matter. It's not a collector's item. I don't do that. All the bottles I have are going to be drank in some way, shape, or form. Drank or shared. That's the idea. Yep. All right, closing in on time for me to log off. We have a little bit of time left. We have about 5 more minutes because I want to give myself 15 minutes to get ready for the next stream. And there's no way I'm going to finish this anytime soon. Taking my time with it because god dang. But if anyone's wondering, we mixed my 1792 full proof with Knob Creek Special Select, which was freaking 60%. And then also with Eagle Rare, because even though Eagle Rare is not so rare where I am, as I've heard in other places, people cannot get their hands on it, unfortunately, which is a tragedy now that I've had it. I know it's sad. I know why people chase after it because it's pretty good. Wow, yeah. That is still a potent bourbon. This is a no messing around bourbon. Oh, that is a Kentucky hug if I've ever had one. I'm awake now. No, I'm not. I'm still tired. Damn it. But we will have 3 minutes left. Everyone get over to Trev's channel. I think it didn't. That's the thing. I checked to see if there's actually someone streaming, and then I don't remember if it showed up. I can link it. She goes, tidings to you. Tidings of comfort and joy. Comfort and joy. Tidings of comfort and joy. Whoa. Winnie, huh? Again, I say that and I forget to click on it. God, Trev's so popular. What the hell? Do the thing. Do the thing. That is where I will be. Well, wait for it to go through. That is where I will be in about 15-ish minutes. Ish. Trev's going to do a live at some point. Looks like Whiskey Central's going to be there soon. She's pretty popular too. But I will see most of you over there. And then I think we'll have ADH Whiskey doing something tonight as well, I think. I'm making assumptions. I'm like the pregame to the pregame at this point, where I do my stream early, and then Trev goes live, and then ADH Whiskey goes on after him. And it's just pure madness. It's a lot of drinking time is what it is. But once again, happy holidays to all of you. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening safe and cozy and warm with all the stuff you have. Plenty of whiskey, plenty of food, etc., etc. And that everything goes well for you in the upcoming year. I don't know if I'll do a stream Sunday. I assume I might. That's a thought. I've thought about it, believe me. Oh, wait. With Shayla. She's such a young girl. I feel like I'm an old man compared to her. But yes, that's an option because I always forget things, and it would be nice to have someone who likes to learn things and likes to dish out educational stuff to help me along, because as soon as I hear it, it goes in one ear and out the other. So it's unfortunate, but it's just the way of life for me. All right. Yeah. I don't feel that old, but I know I'm 40. And that always feels weird. She's like 5? I don't even remember. 26, maybe? What was I doing when I was 26? I don't know. All right. Coming in the last few seconds here. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And once more, Sláinte and happy holidays to all of you. Till next time, we may do a stream on Sunday. We may not. It's undecided. We'll see. See how I feel after drinking all this. Good night. I will see you all in other streams. Till then.